Welcome back to another Tarot for Ascension. I've been doing these on a weekly basis just to see where our current energy is for those that are on an ascension path. So I think last week we got the Fool, which is kind of was really appropriate with the full moon coming in. Um, Full moon, it was actually an eclipse, lunar eclipse. And full moons talk about endings, completions. So with that is going to come new energy. So you may feel like some things have completed or you're taking some things out of your life and are now ready to step into some new energy. It's kind of funny too. Yesterday was everyone say the 9-9 portal, and nines talk about endings also. I've been seeing, like, how people say they see 11-11. That's kind of a sign of an awakening. I've been seeing 10-10 like almost every day on the clock. And tens talk about a completion. So nines are like something's getting ready to end, and then 10 means it's already done, it's completed. So um, I kind of understand what that means. So let's see what we get. I used the good tarot just to get what our overall energy is for this week, this upcoming week, and then I'll use my Rider-Waite deck just to get clarifiers, okay? So for the Ascended Collective, that was quick. Four of Earth with his Four of Pentacles. And on the bottom is the Ten of Earth. And I think the Ten of Earth came up in one of the readings, or Ten of Pentacles. Getting a lot of Earth energy. What is this? Was in a sign of Pisces, which is water energy. But I notice a lot of things are about like grounding and Earth energy. So Ten of Pentacles, we'll look into that in a second. But talking about the Four of Pentacles or the Four of Earth, I kind of read these cards a little bit differently than um, the regular tarot cards. For the Four of Pentacles, um, I'm already picking up what this one's talking about. The Four of Pentacles usually talks about us either holding back something or holding on to something. Could be our money, something tangible, but some kind of holding back. Okay. We may be saving money, saving resources. But in this one, it's kind of like a reverse where you're being offered something. So I don't know if you can see in her hand. I forget what that is. My eyes are not the greatest. A hummingbird? Maybe a hummingbird, some kind of bird. But I feel like you're being offered some kind of gift, and that's coming from spirit. Fours talk about our foundation, right? So um, what your so think of it in a tangible way, your work, your home, your family, your health, some kind of gift in some kind of way is coming through from spirit for something in that area. So it could be something towards your home, some kind of resource, or perhaps money gift. Your job, you could be getting a bonus at this time or something like that. Um, Family members, something coming in. There's a gift being brought to you in some way. Okay. Also, picking up with this too, I think we had this card a couple weeks ago. And if you notice, this is where this is coming in. Oh man, right in that sweet spot. There we go. you see her little like she has like little antlers or antennas. I call them antennas coming up from her head, and they're very small. But in this card, it's almost like you see how big they are? It's like they have grown. And like I said, I believe we had the Ten of Pentacles a few weeks ago. So there's something about your gifts. This could also be an intuitive gift. Is coming in from spirit and it's grown. Like you're going to see how much your intuition has grown over the last few weeks or months or whatever it may be. So there's something also along that line, like it's starting to sprout in some way. All right, let's get some clarifiers, see what else is going on. But that's the main message. There's some kind of gift coming in, could be some kind of advancement in your intuition gifts, or something to do with your home, your health, a job. You could be getting an opportunity, an offer of employment from someone, from a company, I should say. Okay. Ten of Cups. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. We got the Ten of Pentacles, and then you have the Ten of Cups. I think we had that a couple weeks ago too. And again, we have, remember I just said I've been seeing 10, 10, and then we have 10 and 10. So there's some kind of completion to some cycle that's over with. But now it's kind of like, and also if you can see here, there's a treasure chest down the bottom up there. There it is. There's a treasure chest. So I feel like there's a cycle that's been ended and there's like this big abundance that's coming through to you. Like it's the ultimate happy life. You're going to have everything that you need. And whatever this gift is, could be a part of it. Okay, two cards. Oh my goodness. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. Two of Wands. So Nine of Pentacles talks about our independence, our doing well for ourselves, that we've been able to accumulate wealth, accumulate our wellness, our health, everything we need, we've done with the help of spirit, of course, on our own. And we're kind of sitting pretty at this point. And then with the Two of Wands, it's kind of like saying to me that we've sent out, we've made the decision or have sent out to spirit saying that this is what we want in our life. And this is what the universe is returning to you. Let's get out a couple more so then I can kind of get it all together. Hangman. You may be in a hanged man energy right now, kind of trying to not kind of maybe in stasis, not any movement, but some kind, I've said this before in some of my other videos that the universe has to kind of keep us in place in order for us to possibly change our thinking on something, change our thoughts, um, see how we used to do things versus how we need to do them now. So there's a change in perspective. So I know even for myself, if you've been listening to my story, my old self was, as I said, I worked on Wall Street. I was a big shopper and had an abundance of too many clothes, things that I didn't need. And during this time of my ascension, my thinking has totally changed where now I have a very, I can't say it's small wardrobe, but it's a more minimalist wardrobe that I have what I need. I still love clothes. I still like to dress up and everything, but I don't need an overabundance of things like I used to have too much stuff, way too much. Okay. All right, we'll take those. So we got the Chariot and then the Three of Pentacles. So a lot of Pentacle energy here. Earth energy. Wow. Eight of Wands. And wow, there's that gift coming in from Spirit. The Ace of Pentacles. That's their gift. So there's some kind of communication coming in with this Eight of Wands, and it's coming in very quickly. So wands talk about action, and I feel like someone is taking action to communicate with you. This could be like we talked about, an employer could be coming towards you to offer you, a job or something like that. Um, this could also be coming from an air sign since these are kind of flying through the air, right? But I also just noticed for the very first time, there's this one wand down here that is touching water. Water talks about our emotions, right? Cup energy. I feel like someone wants to communicate with you. Could be air sign, doesn't have to be, could be also be a fire sign. Whoever this is, they may hold back from expressing their emotions, but there's going to be a little bit of touch of emotion in whatever their conversation is towards you. Okay. Again, this could also be someone wanting to offer you something at this point. I feel like there's something about it, also a decision that needs to be made with that Two of Wands. So now we have the Chariot. So someone, I feel like you're either moving forward or someone's moving forward towards you. Chariot could also talk about travel, also talks about our determination to do something. And there's also kind of a side note that it could be mean that could be getting a new car or um, replacing your car or something along that order. But there's a thing of determination to get to wherever you want to be, and you're making a decision to do that. But the Three of Pentacles here is talking about some kind of collaboration, possibly with some kind of work that you do or wanting to do. Um, whether you want to go into your own business or work for a different company, that there's some kind of collaboration. So I said you may be hearing from the HR department from your job saying, we want to offer you this opportunity to work for us. Something along that line. Let's see what's on the bottom. Queen of Cups. Remember, I just said that I feel like there's some kind of communication coming in, and that one wand down there is touching water. And you notice that her foot, too, is also just slightly touching water. But the queen is very expressive of her emotions. And I feel like there may be someone who has a lot of emotion to express to you, but they may not be ready to express it fully to you. Okay, so that's kind of like a little side note there. But there is some kind of communication coming to you. Could be have to do with this gift, could have to be do with a job, and or could have to be do with some kind of communication about. There's nothing about partnership here because kind of you're sitting alone in your own energy. But actually, with the Two of Wands, there could be an action towards a partnership there. Um, so kind of a lot going on this week. And then you also may notice Queen of Cups also talks about someone who's very intuitive. And as I said, I feel like maybe over the last couple months, weeks, or whatever it may be, you may notice that your intuition, this is your connection to spirit, has been growing or expanding. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for being here. If you would like your own reading, I am a psychic medium. There's a link to book time with me. If you would like a tarot reading, I'm free to do a tarot reading. If you would like to talk about your journey, there's we can talk about that too. So whatever you want to talk about, have a reading, you can book time with me. And I thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.